So Matt, if somebody had a financial education
Yeah.
and they had a financial plan and
Yep.
they had a financial coach,
Yeah.
how much better would their financial future be?
Excellent.
Okay, would you like to learn a little bit about our plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, inside this house represents every element of a healthy financial plan.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you were building a house, would you start at the roof or the foundation?
The
Maybe a
foundation.
little bigger, Matt. You start at the roof of the foundation.
Foundation.
Okay. Well, what is the foundation of a financial house?
Income replacement plan.
All right, let's just go through this.
Okay.
How important would you say your income is to you?
Extremely.
Because without your income, you have no, you don't
Nothing.
have anything, right?
Right.
So we're all going to die, true?
Right.
So the foundation of a house is life insurance because if you die, how soon does your income stop for your family?
Right. When you die.
Exactly right. And then what happens to the family without the income?
Not good things.
So the most important thing, the first step to building a financial game plan, a financial future, is protecting your family and building a solid foundation. And that has to do with life insurance. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Yeah.
And it's called income replacement.
Right.
Okay, so once you have your family properly protected, you can go to step number two, which is cash flow planning. You got to have a budget. Most
Agreed.
people, I have found most people don't have a financial plan as simple as a household budget.
Right.
And they go through life making impulse purchases and wasting money. Ever seen anybody do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And if people want to win the money game, um, how much money can they afford to waste?
None.
Okay, so we help people make wiser choices with their money. Now, obviously, everybody needs a will or an estate plan or a trust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, identify ways to lower the cost of your auto insurance. That would be a good idea. Would you agree?
Yep.
But the other thing is, this credit card debt is the biggest problem most Americans are facing today because credit card debt has never been higher in the history of our country. And if you have a lot of credit card debt, or if you have credit card debt, what can you not afford to do?
Invest.
Save and invest money.
Yep.
That is what robs people's ability to create wealth and financial independence. So,
Wow.
how important is becoming debt free?
Extremely.
We got to have that, got to get out of debt, and got to have an emergency fund because the emergency fund, you ever had an emergency?
I have.
It's been said you're either in an emergency, coming out of an emergency, or going into an emergency. And when you have an emergency and you don't have an emergency fund,
You
you
got
either have to get the money from one of two places. Where is it?
your retirement or your college or credit
All
card.
right. Right. Well, your credit cards.
Yep.
You either go back in debt or deeper in debt, or you take money out of your retirement to pay for your emergency, and now you're starting at ground zero again.
Right.
You don't have any money for retirement. Make sense?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Okay. So then we need to save enough for retirement, not
Hmm.
just save for retirement. We need to save enough for
Enough.
retirement, right? Got to
Yeah.
hit that financial independence number so you never run out of money when you die. Okay,
Right.
purchase a home. Who's winning, the renters or the landlords?
The landlords.
Everybody who's renting a home is making the landlord rich.
Right.
And the goal would be to purchase a home and have it paid off so you have no rent or mortgage payment during your golden years. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yep,
And
absolutely.
then we need to have a retirement income plan so we never outlive our savings, which is the number one fear the elderly have is outliving their income and running
Right.
out of money before they die.
Yep.
And then the last part is to have what we call a generation to generation investment.
Mm.
Meaning, if you educate your children financially, you provide them the education and the planning, and you leave them an inheritance,
Hmm.
and they do the same thing for their children, your kids can do better than you. and then their children can do better than them. And in
Hmm.
that way, families' financial traditions can be changed forever. And isn't that
Wow.
exciting?
Absolutely.
Yes.
People don't come from a great family tradition of success and riches and abundance. True or false?
True.
But it can happen, but not by accident. So, what do you think about this information inside this financial house? What do you think? Do you think this is important?
Man,
Should this be taught in school?
a
If
hundred
people
percent.
did, if they had insurance, if they had a budget, if they got out of debt, if they saved for emergencies and retirement, how would their future look?
Great.
This is what I got excited about learning because I never learned this in school. My
That's
dad
right.
never taught me this. None of my friends ever told me anything about financial education. How important is financial education? Nobody gets the lesson in school. How ridiculous is that? How much of a how different is going through your life with a plan versus without a plan?
Totally different.
That's what we do. Ain't that great? Ain't that awesome?
That's awesome.